Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're watching from. Hey y'all, hey, let me go over to Facebook and make sure that we are unlocked so that everybody will be able to see this and know that we are live. Well, y'all come on in, come on in. Just going to be brief this morning and give you something. I was sitting here reading, and what I read was something that um, I really wish that I knew how to make this so I wouldn't have to unlock it every single time. I don't know why StreamYard is doing this, but I need to get that. I need to get that figured out. I need to get that figured out. So now that it's open, we can hopefully some people will come in. Let me see. Maybe if I share it, that will trigger it to let the people know that I am on, because, well, we're not going to worry about that. We're not going to worry. When you see it, it will be the perfect time because God's timing is perfect, right? His timing is perfect, regardless of when I went live and when you see it. It could be next year over on YouTube, and his timing is still perfect. But yesterday, when I was walking, and I was listening to a podcast, this came up. And then today, as I'm reading, it comes up again. So I was like, hey, let me share that because it hit home. It hit home for me. Some things that I have been thinking about, some things that were on my mind heavy this morning. And then here it is right now. And so the title of it is Buried Talents. And it says, whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them. And that's Matthew 25 and 29. And the synopsis says, God, in his well executed plan, endowed his children with talents. In Matthew 25 and 15, it says, we get a small glimpse of his purpose and putting unique gifts within each of us. God alone decides how many talents he will entrust us with. These talents are graciously endowed to us and are not actually meant for our own benefit. They are intended to be a blessing to others. Is the thought of exercising your talents so overwhelming in your already hectic schedule that you have chosen to bury them instead? Buried talents do nobody any good. Exercising those talents will actually become life giving to you. How were you created to serve? So, God gives us all gifts and talents. He knows how many He's given each of us, but it is up to us to decide whether we serve and operate in those gifts and talents. And a lot of times, I can only speak for me. But my mind gets so overwhelmed, and I'm thinking of all the things and doing all the things, and this is good and that's good, and we should do this and we should do that, right? Sometimes it gets so overwhelming that I'll just shut down and do nothing. But what I've been reminded of yesterday and today, that those gifts and talents that he's given me to serve, the grace space that he's put me in, doesn't serve anybody well if I bury it, right? Because it's not about me. It's about who I've been called to serve. It's about who you have been called to serve, okay? And so, um, this is the question I want you to ask yourself. Hey, Nicole, you don't have to answer this to me. You don't have to put it on the screen or anything, but I just want you to think about it. How have you been called to serve? Are there some things that God told you to do that you are just letting set dormant? that you're not doing simply because you don't know how to get started. You've not seen anybody else do it. You don't really feel like you have the blueprint. You don't really feel like you have the ability or power to get it done. I want to remind you that if God has given that thing to you, if He has put it on your mind, if He's put it on your heart, and He won't let you rest, then you can rest assured that He is going to see to it that it comes to fruition. But you got to tap in to His power. It says that um we are made strong, and I I don't want to get scripture wrong, right? Because y'all see, I was about to tear it all to pieces. But I think that's when we're weak. That's when He's strong. And so I think we need to stop trying. I need to stop trying to operate in my own power and just show up and let God do His thing. And so I want to remind you to do that. Stop trying to do things in your own power. All He needs you to do is show up and operate in your grace space, that space that He puts you in, that thing that He told you to do. I need you to do that. So green means go. Let's go ahead and get our daily dose of hope, our daily dose of greens. All right. Let's go ahead and get that in for today. Our affirmation. And it says, I am resilient, strong, and capable of overcoming any challenge. Is that perfect or what? I am resilient, strong, and capable of overcoming any challenge. Okay? God's got us. All you have to do is show up. And yes, I know that it sounds easy. It's easier said than it is done. But keep showing up. Keep operating in your grace space. You got this. I got this. We got this. Green means go. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. More grace, more growth.